I left Ipoh by train and arrived at Butterworth 2 hours later. From there, I boarded a ferry that brought me to Georgetown. Some say you should take the ferry for the wonderful views. I took the ferry because it was cheaper than taking a taxi across the bridge, only costing me 50 cents. After checking into my prison cell, room, I visited the Chew Jetty first, it being so close. Some interesting shrines were located there, including this one dedicated to the Monkey King. What makes Chew Jetty unique is that the shops are built on a pier extending out into the Penang Strait. The problem is, as you walk through the main corridor, you can't really see the strait since the storefronts are blocking the view. Only when you reach the end can you get a good look at the harbor. There's also a fun painting here. As the sun set, I found some interesting sights and came across the most iconic piece of street art in Georgetown, 2 children riding a bicycle. While exploring, I also saw... Oh shit, it's back. The Masjid Kapitan Keli Mosque was within walking distance of my hotel. I have to admit, the structure is quite stunning and gives the surrounding area character. Luckily, it's located far enough away from where I was staying that the prayers did not wake me in the morning. On the second day, I went to Fort Cornwallis. From what I understand, the cannons lining the outer walls are the only things worth seeing. Since it costs money for entry, I skipped the interior. The Peranakan Mansion was next. This museum holds many antiques, recreating the living conditions of rich Peranakans from back in the day. This site also has an admission fee to go inside. So like a cheap bastard, I stood at the entrance and filmed as much as I could from there. I did pay to enter the Khoo Kongsi Temple. Although it was going through renovations, I could still appreciate the architecture of this wonderfully constructed building. In front are 2 beautifully carved lions. Inside, a multitude of sculptures and relief sculptures await. Several drawings and paintings adorn the walls as well. Of the temples I've visited so far, this one probably has the most artwork per square foot. From the floor to the ceiling, the walls are covered with things to see. I thought these pillars were exceptionally well done. The numerous sculptures of real and mythical creatures looked equally impressive. The temple was surprisingly peaceful despite the work being done on it. Hardly a soul around while I was there. If visiting Georgetown, I would put the Khoo Kongsi Temple on your list. While moving from one location to the other, I encountered several more pieces of street art. There was this depressed furry, Evil Mickey, a boy taking his dinosaur drawing for a walk, and other interesting works. This store display made it look like a kid had decapitated his siblings and stuck their severed heads on poles. My final stop of the day was the Goddess of Mercy Temple. It was underwhelming to say the least. Besides a small number of statues and a few tiled paintings, there wasn't much to see. Additionally, the inside was dark and a little depressing. But many people were praying here, so I guess the locals appreciate this temple a great deal. Later on, it started raining, and when it rains in Malaysia, it comes down hard. Fortunately, I had already returned to my hotel, staying nice and dry during the storm.